What's up, everyone? This is Spilling Tea with Chris G, and tonight I'm going over Basketball Wives LA, and I'm going to combine the episodes 11 and 12. And of course, at the end, I'm gonna go ahead and spill my tea. But first, let's go ahead and jump into my top five highlights. Let's go. So, for my first highlight in episode 11, Tami and Shawnee want to bring in two new girls to kind of shake up the group and give them a little more spice. And I'm kind of glad because this group here, they're getting a little boring to me, a little redundant. So Tami had brought her friend January Gessert. She has been linked to Tyreek. She was, well, not linked to, but she basically says she slept with Tyreek, Angel Brinks' baby father. Also, supposedly she was responsible for breaking up Reggie and Kim Kardashian. And then Shawnee had brought her friend Lindsay, who has also dated athletes. January did admit that her type was a man with the ball in his hand, so she's really admitting that she's a groupie and she's out here. And so I think that these two ladies here, I think they're gonna shake up the group a little bit. On to my second highlight. Jackie Christie and Little Doug, aka Dougie, was on the show. We finally get to see what her son looks like because I don't think she's ever brought him on, but he is grown up real handsome. He's real cute. He's 15 years old. And Jackie just wanted to talk to him about the girls on Instagram. That is all in his comments, sliding up in his DM. She is watching his Instagram account and she's concerned because she feels like basketball was his girlfriend and now he's transitioning more into girls. But Dougie had reassured his mom that, he is kind of interested, but basketball is still his number one fan. However, he does want to cut his hair. So Jackie and Big Doug, had took little Dougie to go get his hair cut. And yes, y'all, Jackie cried. She didn't want to do it. She was kicking and screaming. But, he's maturing and that's what he wants to do. He wants to cut off the afro. So when the barber was cutting off his fro, he had donated some of his locks to for donation for cancer patients. But also, Jackie was picking up the boy's hair and putting it in her purse. And then she gonna tell, and then Doug was like, please, Jackie, don't do nothing weird. And she was like, I'm not weird. That's weird. You're saying you want his grandkids to bond with his hair like you bonded with it. Jackie. On to my third highlight. Jazz's video premiere party. Tami had threw it for her, and then Jazz was going to perform at the party as well. And so everyone was invited, including Lindsay and January. The only person that was not invited, of course, was Duffey. So all the ladies came through, and during the video premiere, January and Jackie, they were kind of talking, and the ladies overheard January say that she had slept with Angel Brinks's boyfriend, or baby daddy, I'm sorry, Tyreek. So Jackie is, of course, she keeps instigating this situation. So after the video had went off, Jackie's like, oh, we need to introduce ourselves. And Angel Brinks, you come over here and introduce yourself and let us know who you are. And so January said, well, you know what, Angel, I think Jackie just wants me to let you know that I slept with Tyreek. So Angel Brinks got mad at Jackie, I think, more than January because she's not with Tyreek anymore. But I know that it's still hurt because, you got a woman coming up to you telling you they slept with your man. I mean, that's kind of harsh, especially in front of a group of people at a party. Jackie was getting mad at Angel saying that's not fair and I was looking out for you. And Angel was like, no, you're not looking out for me. You keep instigating the situation. So Angel Brinks had left the party. Angel Brinks and Jackie did talk about it on episode 12, and Angel Brinks was saying that you should have protected me. You knew all the things that I went through with Tyreek, and for you to do me like that was so wrong. So Jackie was saying, well, I was expecting for you to call me and that I was just looking out for you, but I apologize. And Angel Brinks told her, you expected me to call you after an argument like that? She said, Doug must really spoil you too much, boo, because you tripping. If you think I'm going to call you after that, you really tripping. So they did make up, but I know Angel Brinks got one eye open on Jackie because she know now. Jackie like to stir the pot. A pot that don't need stirring, Jackie over there stirring it up. On to my fourth highlight. So Duffey finally apologizes to Jazz. Now, how did that happen? It took Malaysia and Brandy to talk to Duffey about how they felt. So they went to all three of them went to like this little surfboard workout place. And basically, Malaysia and Brandy, after the situation, they all sat down with Duffey and told Duffey, this is, how we feel about it. Like, you shouldn't have came at Jazz like that because everybody has to start somewhere. And Duffey felt that Tami disrespected her. She was downing her career because she's the one who got to the top by herself. She didn't have nobody to get her there. So she didn't feel like anything was wrong. But after listening to the ladies, she agreed that she did need to apologize to Jazz. So she went over and met with Jazz and she apologized to her. And Jazz took her apology, but Jazz told her, you kind of hurt me because I feel like everyone had to start somewhere, and I've been in this industry since I was 14 years old, so it's not like I don't have thick skin, but the way that you were throwing out all these big names was like I was a charity case. So Duffey did apologize to her, and Jazz went back to tell Tami, her mom, what happened. And Duffey was like, put in a good word for me, but Duffey, I still think Tami gonna whip your bleep bleep. On to my fifth highlight. Speaking of spoiling, Doug had took Jackie out for kind of like their 20th year anniversary dinner, but they get married every year, so he's the one who's planning the wedding this year with Chantel, and it's supposed to be a surprise for Jackie. So Doug took her to dinner. He got down on his knee. He said, can I marry you again? It was real sweet. She was telling him, about her little struggles and stuff with him being on the road. And so Doug at the end finally had surprised Jackie with a trip to Portugal and to take all the ladies. So Jackie's super excited. So at the end of the episode 12, Jackie had met up with Brandy, Tami, and Tammy's boyfriend Reggie and Doug were cooking for the ladies. And so Jackie told Tami that all the ladies are going to go on a trip to Portugal. So she was excited at first, but then she was like, who's going? So Jackie told her everyone's basically going, including Duffey. So Tami did say that she had to think about it, but in the previews it looked like Tami ain't thought about nothing. She went up on that trip because that's what her contracts say. So and it's free 90 free. So she went up on that trip, and I think that's where they get into the fight between her and Duffey. So I can't wait for episode 13. I think this one's about to be lit. So let me go ahead and spill that tea for you right quick. So Famelos is a blog that I follow for certain, celebrities and reality celebrities or whatever. And apparently Takari, who is Jackie Christie's daughter and Doug, had her son got burned at a daycare by a bottle warmer. So she started a GoFundMe account to help pay for the hospital bills. So a lot of people were on Instagram saying that she was lying about the whole incident, but she said that there were cameras and video and stuff, documentation about this. The problem is why is she having a GoFundMe account when you got two parents that's sitting up on RTVs every Sunday? I mean, that doesn't make sense, but supposedly she is outcasted by the family because she's darker than the rest of the siblings. So that's a little sketchy. Also, moving on from that, Tami is doing a movie with Lil Mama called Hit a Lick. So that's going to be on TV One. So congrats to Tami and her acting debuts. And also, Malaysia had did a play called I Deserve Your Wife down in Texas, and Brandy, of course, came out to support her best friend. That is it for you guys. Please make sure you subscribe. I will see you all next week.